So, Lalitendra, you can start your recording now. So, today is 1st of July 2023, and our topic of discussion, our learning session today will be on unmasking and allowing true self to take charge of your life. So, that is the topic today. And this will go into the further detail of that what is what is the purpose of life in general, or soul's path, soul's plan, or what is what we come to do. And then most of the time we don't reveal our true self. We just keep on adding masks, different. We play role of somebody, pretend to be somebody else, what we truly were not. We may feel something, or but interact with other people outside world with something else, and so that is basically, that is called that is the mask that we wear in the different situations. So why we need to do that, and what it actually does on our life path. So, and then how to identify them, how to address them, and then most importantly, how to heal from it. Then you have to take back your own power so that you can complete your life mission on planet Earth. So that is the overall background of our today's discussion. So this is a part of our awareness and understanding program for this every Saturday. Pranam, Manali. Pranam, Rashid. So this is so this is from that background. We need to understand that. So we'll explain it from practical point of view. Then we need to do our sharing some life experiences on that, and then we'll go into the digging up deeper into the aspects that why at all we need to do it. What was why we cannot operate as we are, as from our true self, and then how to do that, and what effect it caused on us, and how it impacts our life. And then finally we'll going into the very high level and to address it from that soul's point of view. So this particular last few months, you can say that the topics we are selecting, it is just for your awareness and understanding, development of practical issues. We are not going to too much deep into the spirituality, because if lower level things are keep pulling us down, we will not be able to fly high. So it is important to detach from all these things, all these kind of practical aspects and of life. Whether we like it, we don't like it, we have to still face it. So that is why it is important to understand that. And once we knowing a problem is half solved. Means it is, if we know the root cause of it, and then you will be able to address it at the root cause itself. And when the root cause is removed or healed, and or it is not allowed to affect anymore, then it loses its power. So we got liberated from it. So that is the whole strategy of us to go forward with our life. And why we need to detach from all those things, because it will help us to get liberated from it, and we'll be able to complete our life mission, soul's plan in this life itself. And we have, with the grace of Babaji, we are all have a potential to get liberated in this life itself. Okay, so we need not to take any matter, but only for the karmic things and other things. That is the whole purpose and the background of picking up those issues, so that the small issues, small means from the spiritual angle, the small issues, we need to address it, and with all our experiences and guidances, as it is in our life, it cannot be done by somebody else. So that is, if you have any kind of misconception that your problems will be taken away by somebody, or somebody just bless it and problem will go away, that I'm telling you that that is not the case. That is not the truth. You have to work and heal for your own aspects, whatever situation, whatever things you are facing in your life, and that will lead you to the healing. Not something comes imported from somewhere and get healed. Of course that masters and others will help you to get it done, but end of the day, it is your life experience. And I explained earlier, your life experience. Your life means whatever experience you are undergoing inside you, so that nobody else has access to it. So you have to work, do your inner work to get those things done. So whatever we are discussing, we are just so that you yourself can identify the root cause, you can work towards it, and then you can come to a level where the master can help you to finally heal it and complete it. And that is the whole purpose of this sharing, or this sessions also, to help you to get those healing, all those kind of aspects, which may be like pinching, or something like creating some discomfort in your while walking the path. Maybe suppose while we walk, a small, the thorn or small stone chip also can be even painful if we put our foot on that. So that need to be removed, or you have to pass away. We have to be aware where that particular uncomfortable spot is, and you have to make sure that we are not stepping into it. So that is the awareness part of it. So same as the life. So we need to go. We have to progress in your life as per those aspects with full awareness and understanding. So we will be able to complete our journey, rather than we are getting entangled into many issues and our whole journey get delayed, and we may not be able to complete our life mission in this life itself. So that is the issue we have taken up in this. So first, before I go to the actual topic, is the unmasking and how to do it and things like that, and why we need a mask, all those kind of things. First, let us understand that what is the purpose of this life. So if it is, we have taken birth, for sure there is a purpose. There is nothing happens in this universe which is without any purpose. So purpose of life is our purpose of life. Why you have chosen to take birth on this planet Earth as a human being. Our purpose of life is expressing and manifesting our true soul essence in this world, and following what our soul planned in this life, for us in this life. Okay. So it is basically, we taken birth at the soul level, whatever we plan to execute them, to have those experiences into this life. Yeah. So that is the purpose. And this is that is only thing is, we are to expressing and manifesting our true soul essence, that whatever our the planned thing, you can say the agenda of our soul. Agenda not in a negative connotation. Agenda means whatever our itinerary of this travel, we have to follow that. So if we deviate or stop someplace, suppose we gone for some Europe trip for a 1 month. So then we are at one place, we are staying for 20 days. So it will hamper we cannot visit as many countries, as many places, as many tourist spots as per original plan. So it is okay to go ahead with our program and allocated time and complete whatever we like to visit. So that is the right way to do. Same is applicable for our lives. So plan, we should move forward with our plan. We couldn't get stuck. So this one of the issues of getting stuck, getting deviate from our plan is deeply rooted, and it is called the masking, or it is also like what is called, we don't allow our true self to operate, because we pick up something from the external world, put it on ourselves, and we try to behave like that, we have to pretend like that. So in that bargain, that is called masking. So that is like as if we are wearing a mask. So in this, what happens is more and more we put on mask, we get deviated from our original true self. We don't express ourselves, which is we truly feel or we truly meant for. All of us are unique in this journey. So the moment you pick up something from outside, or you wanted to be someone, or you wanted to behave like someone, talk like someone, and all those kind of things, that means you are taking some kind of masking on yourself. You put a mask of somebody else, what you are not. You are unique. There is no need for it. But there must be something that we are forced to take up something, and in the bargain, what happens is we keep on putting mask one after another, different situations, different people we meet, different places of whether during our education time, childhood time, this, that, and all. So finally, many of us at certain point of time, we felt that we lost the who we truly are. We completely lost who truly are, because so many masks, there are piles of masks, and we cannot even dig up that who we really are. And that is the time, most of the cases, that is the time people ask question, who am I? And in fact, our spiritual journey starts from there. Initially, we start looking for the answers, because it is too many of these things, and why we need to do it. Up to a certain level, it doesn't work the way maybe few times it worked, but ultimately it doesn't work. And I'm sure that many of you already face that you are doing something, or you are saying something, you are taking up some activity, some job, or some role, but you don't feel comfortable. Inside you don't like it. That, but you're still dragging on. Because of some certain reasons, or maybe some practical reasons, you keep drag on the things. Or so in that case, that if you have that kind of feeling that you don't really like it, but you're still doing, that means that those are not as per your soul's plan. Where you deviated. That's why you feel uncomfortable. I'm not talking what is the outside. It may be very good thing outside. Something. Maybe you just visiting, say, five-star hotels. Initially may look very good, but after some time you feel it's boring. So you don't like, you don't enjoy anymore. What's there in five-star hotel? Boring, and all people are doing some acting, and some food is served. That is also huge price, and so many things they have given explanation for food. You don't need to know that exactly from where that particular rice has come, and that particular grain has come, and particular plant has come, and how they have grown, and what is their things, and what is the kind of biotechnology behind it, and all those kind of things is all nonsense. You need to eat food and food. That's it. Anyway, so you have to come with this kind of. So you internally feel that you want to get rid of all these things. You don't enjoy this. That means it is not, aligned with your soul's plan. That's why you are feeling uncomfortable. Even in the outside, it may be lucrative thing for many people, but you don't enjoy yourself. Yeah. So that is, if you face something like that, that root cause is that, because it is not as per your soul's plan. Because that's why you don't really enjoy that. You have to do it because of whatever things, whatever mask you put on that time. So as per the need to have that mask, you need to do certain things, but you don't like it. Okay. Anyway, so when we go to the root cause of it, that why they start questioning that, okay, if it is my life purpose is this, and I don't feel like doing something, still why we deviate, to start with. So let us dig up into that. Let us do some research on that why, it sounds foolish. No? So we have come here with certain plan of our souls to perform certain things in life, and we just pick up something from external world and try to do something else, and we keep on putting something which is unnatural to our own core being, and we keep on adding them. So this like this whole thing looks quite foolish. Yeah. So Anyway, so now why we have to do this? It is then, as I said, that let us do a little bit of research. First reason that we need to do it, we need to pick up a mask we put on our face or our behavior. Face means not literally face, but like we have to behave certain way. This is first issue is the pressure to conform. You know, we are we are taught, we were developed, we were raised to conform with something. Initially, maybe it is to conform with whatever our parents say, then whatever our family rules and regulations that we need to conform. We have to be the part of the family. Then in the part of the society, we need to conform for the social norms that prevailing at that time. We have to conform that whatever the society wants from us, the culture, the or more so that what is the prevailing conditions of that the country and all these things, the prevailing era, and so many things that we need to conform with many things, and because we don't want to be as per in our mind, but we don't want to be like an outsider. We have been singled out, and maybe we have seen if somebody not conforming, he or she get punished, and all those kind of things makes us to we have a pressure to conform. So that is the time we just many a time we hide the thing. We hide our true feelings. We don't want to say something what we really think appropriate. We like to do certain things, but we are not allowed to do, or we don't even bring it for a discussion of all those things. And that's why we keep on putting the layer just to conform, and in other way to please others, to be acceptable, to be in the group, to be in the society, to be in the culture, to be in the family. Yeah. So, because initially maybe few times we tried, and we have been threatened that if it happens, and we will be taken out of the society or out of the family, or maybe we are told that if you do this, if you don't study and get so and so rank in the class, then you will bring shame to the family or something of that nature. Yeah? So you don't want to be that. So you struggle hard to get to achieve whatever your family wants, or whatever your group wants, society wants, and things like that. Okay. So this is the pressure to conform, and in that. But now let us see what is happening now. As from your child. Why I'm mentioning child so many times? Because our childhood is the programming time. That is the time we get programmed. Our life gets programmed into that. What with the computer language they call programming. The software runs and gives its output later on, but it's developed by programming. Certain language, certain things, certain logic has been put at the time of programming. So our life, the programming part of our life is our childhood, and that is the time we structure ourselves, and that is some people call it formative year. That is also correct thing to do, because we are just because of these different experiences we are forming, and we are also energetically very like a sponge. I explained earlier in another session also that we energetically pick up many things. It may not be a verbal communication, written communication, maybe no communication, but still we learn something energetically, pick up something, analyze something, and then that is reflected in our life. And that is the thing, the way we think, the way we look at life, and the way we operate. So anyway, so in early stage of that, just to come to the pressure of conforming to the demand of the external world or the family or whatever it is. So we learn very quickly how to fit into that system or things like that. So in that case, what happens is we change our energy pattern very quickly. because we realize if I don't behave in this way, will not be acceptable. So we don't want to do that. So do that. In another forums, a friend circle is something, in the family circle is something. With our siblings and brothers, sisters, and elders, younger brothers, sister, whatever, we are something else. We are parents, we are something. Or maybe we have been, if it is a bigger family, then with other relatives, we have some other equation. And the study, our fellow, students, we have something else. Yeah, so we are in a different category. So when we play that kind of role, and it reverts back and changes our energy, so that it affects our energy, it affects our aura. And basically what happens is we are camouflaging ourselves with something, which so that the people cannot see who I truly are. Yeah? This camouflaging technique, and some masters call it the energy chameleon. Chameleon, that the lizard type of animal that it changes its color. Wherever it goes, it changes color accordingly. So that is also right type of understanding. So we change our energy, the way we talk, way we look, way we behave in a different thing in the different situations, and we learn that quickly. And even we give some people, they got very expert in doing that, and it can be done momentarily and very well. So what it does that because of these things, so our original power, the formative power is a survival in the root chakra. From the external world, we operate through lower three chakras, Swadhisthana and then Manipura. So, and all these three chakras, if we are not allowing them to operate freely or properly, your own unique energy, you cannot express, and you're picking up all these things left, right, and center, here and there, you're doing something. So in the formative years, those kind of the lower chakras get dysfunctional. You are not, because they cannot come into their full power so that they can actually operate and give their intended results. So that's why what happens is there's an inherent weakness is developed because of this masking. Because of too many masks you wear, and too many times you manipulate this energy, because you are not allowing that energy to give its full expression or its true expression. So trying to manipulate something, so it not be able to move further. Just for an example, take an example of water stream. Say water stream is coming down, say from a maybe hill. So if you put too many changes, from go left, then go little up, then right, then this and that way, this way, that way, too many bifurcations, do have some channel there, channel here, and all those things, it will never, become a fully flowing river. Maybe you will see that river, that water, which was already stream, which is coming from that particular channel, it stopped coming because it is not going anywhere. You are manipulating its flow, so many blocks somewhere and this somewhere, that somewhere. They may be the flow of water, maybe choose another side which is free flowing to go through that channel rather than this channel. So this channel will be, after some time, will be dried out, because if you put too many blocks, too many twists and turns and loops and things like that in this particular channel. Same thing with the energy. If you are not allowing that to energy to flow and flourish, so it needs interaction. So if it's not being able to interact properly, every time something from the outside world, borrowed image has been pushed in front of you, and you are trying to be behind that image always, then your own energy will not be freely flowing. And slowly, many people develop that as part of their conditioning, the characteristics. So that habit pattern, then it goes into our part of our character. Then you operate our life like that. So we become totally a character which is fundamentally flawed. So we have seen many characters, and their fundamentals are flawed. Yeah? So some people may be lying left, right, and center without even realizing at a certain point of life. After initially maybe few times, then after that, they don't even feel that they're doing something abnormal. So they're lying. That is, many times it happens. We have seen some kind of personalities of that nature. It becomes they are actually the originally root cause of this. This particular aspect, when it comes to the level that we ourselves are accepting the false thing as me, this particular aspect, I call it, I give a name of that. So it's called self-conning. We are conning ourselves. We are cheating. And after a certain time, nobody else, doesn't matter who else we have done, we have cheated with and all. Maybe, it will settle by itself, or some karma will be bound. The karma, law of karma will be applied, and that part will be over. Some other karma will come, etc., etc. But who is the common character in this? That is me. Because of my behavior, because of my patterns, because of the things, if it is fundamentally flawed, then end of the day, I have to face all the music. And that is why I'm saying that is self-conning. This particular self-conning cannot go into the guide by giving somebody advice or lecturing and nothing. It will not go, because it becomes a part of the character. So it needs a higher level of healing. Yeah. And that higher level of healing has to start with willingness to be healed. And to come to the willingness to be healed, you have to accept that there is something wrong. Otherwise, what is there to be healed? So those who are in a very high level of ego, and they're also in this false type of narrative has been played out, they are self-conning themselves. They don't even accept they have something wrong in them. Yeah? So, or in other words, people say they are in denial. Denial means they know that they are doing wrong, but they deny it. But I am talking about further deep-rooted stuff. They themselves believe that, yes, what I'm doing is right. It needs to be done that way. Or maybe everybody does it. What's wrong with me? I'm a smarter to do it in this way. I'm a smart. I'm not doing anything wrong. And this part of the things, then you cannot do any much for them unless until something terrible thing happens, and then they forced them to do it, to take their track. That is, that if that happens, then means ultimately that will happen. It will make its course correction by something which is very, very serious. And then only it will be the realization will start. They will start seeking the path, and then somebody will come and then give advice, and that is the time they will receive the advice and heal. Yeah. Anyway, so so this is the progression going towards this masking thing. What happened, and now this self-conning. As I mentioned, it is that the ultimate. It can go to that level, and in that case, so in that time, so what to do? So, of course, this is when that happens, you get completely deviated from your intended path of whatever the spirit or spirit level or soul level you have chosen will not to do. So, in this aspect, let us share you a story that what happens is, so that is a story of Golden Buddha. Okay. So the story of Golden Buddha is like that. So there was a huge statue made of gold, Buddha made of gold. Huge, big statue made of gold, and it was made by some king a long time back, and people used to worship them and all those kind of things. So in between, what happened is many times the kingdom was getting attacked by the outside enemies. They need to take the gold. Maybe you have to say maybe 3-4 tons of gold has been used to make this Buddha, the statue of Buddha. So it was so valuable. Then that country has been attacked, and the king was strong, so he faced all those kind of things and made straight, and the enemies were run away. That happens for say maybe few, few hundred years maybe that is there. Now, after that, what happens that there is a political situation, the dynasty changes, and that the big country, the powerful kingdom is no longer there, become small things. So the monks into that monastery, who was where that golden Buddha statue was there, so they come to know there was some enemy, there is other country, they are attacking this country. Now it becomes loses almost its power. They are small and they don't have that kind of support from the kingdom or from the king. And they heard that a huge army is coming to ruin these things. So what they have done? So they have taken a project, So they have taken a project that was everybody, but all the monks. Maybe there are 100 or 200 monks were there. So they brought some mud, So there was some mud. So each one of them put one layer of mud onto that Buddha. Yeah? So it becomes without losing its shape and form, but they put some mud on the layer on the top of the golden Buddha, not golden, made of gold. So thick layer has come on the mud, but the shape of Buddha is there, and they start worshipping that Buddha. Maybe it is painted on top of it a little bit, so white color or whatever. So now that thing, after a few months, that this happened, that they invade the country, the enemy finally reached to this monastery, and they look at that the Buddha, the statue, and then they find that it's just like a normal, made of earthen, made of soil and some painted thing, and there is nothing else. They were not. They thought that what they're looking for it was somewhere else. They go on into mountains and try to find out where it is and all those kind of things. That's how they save the Buddha from these invaders. And then again, political party that changed. I mean, the political situation of that country changed, and it's again what happens. These monks, they keep on worshipping that, and another maybe some 100 years have gone, and that time that nobody knows exactly what happened that time, and people keep on worshipping that Buddha. So it was like a normal Buddha. Nobody knows what is there inside, and nobody. Of course, it will not be damaged, or it will not be touched or broken or taken in that way, or they or maintain them or cut them into that sense. So it was just lying like a normal Buddha and all those things. So in this, after many years, and then several times monks come and go on, a few lifetimes, 2-3 generations gone past, and then nobody knows what is there inside. So once they were just everybody is meditating, monks are meditating, then huge earthquake happened, and this earthquake, all this layers have been start cracking and falling down, and that gold inside has been revealed itself. Yeah? So it is actually made of gold. It is not made of the soil. So, and then they realized that originally that was the gold, but the story gone and the era gone, the people know that all these things gone, but it reveals itself because of that, this earthquake thing. And then they realized that which is the truly that golden, that statue is made of with gold. That time it is discovered. So this is the story of golden Buddha. Now, you see, this is so true similar in our life, the way we operate our life. So we are actually, truly, the true essence of the universal consciousness, absolutely pure, full of love, full of power, energy, and everything. So we are complete by ourselves. We don't need anything from external world. So we come here to express ourselves and have that experience. We are spiritual being having human experience. So inherently we are made of gold, all of them, and then soul level all are equal. Here we come lot of differences and this and that and high, low, this system, that system, caste system, rich, poor, and knowledgeable, ignorant, smart, and this thing's foolish person, and all this leveling has come down. So these are like we are putting the layers of mud onto us one after another, and we lost that the truth that we are made of gold. So some point of time when that earthquake type thing will happen, then only we will realize that thing. Otherwise, years after years, generation after generation will go, our gold will remain covered, and we'll see like made of dirt or the mud. Okay, so and that's what our normal experiences are. We don't we don't recognize who we truly are. So this is the story. It is that because of the similarity, so it is, I thought better to share with you. Now to let us come to the level of the how to do that, how to do the healing. See, the healing from this is just to understand energetically that um, if we keep, first let us energetically understand before I go to the healing. If we keep on masking and all those things, what will happen is that our energy, the vibration will go down. Like it will go towards the lower chakras and it will go down and down. And if our vibration goes down, then we are in a greater risk of picking up negativity or picking up attracting the undesirable situation in our life. And our mental state also will be affected. All this negative things, experiences will attract because of the vibration goes down. Yeah? So on the other side, if we operate from our true power of which is the connection of our soul, that self power, if we can operate from that, then more and more we get our vibration will go high and our higher chakras opens up and we been able to operate that our full potential. That is what is happening. So when we say talk about the healing will be mainly how to open up further chakras and open up your further going into higher into the vibration so that the lower one you don't go down instead of going up. And then once you fully opens all these chakras and you get connected, then the energy will flow, the divine energy flow through you, and you express yourself from this planet Earth with the full connection of the divine. So that is the tuning in part that I will explain at the end. First, let us, the healing, first key is to that identify that the wounds you have or the belief system, where your belief system has been affected at the personal level. So that's why the personal belief system developed in the childhood. That's why it is necessary to visit our childhood and do the inner child healing, because it is still there somewhere inside our system, somewhere that is there. What is the root cause of distorting that? We felt unsafe. So we need to now revisit going to the childhood thing and to find out which are the situations we felt unsafe. That may have created certain pattern, and what is the coping mechanism that time we become adult now. Those situations they don't be there any longer, but the pattern remains. So we need to address those patterns, so get healed. And then we have to heal the family belief system, whatever we developed at the childhood, and then maybe later on also. Then you need to go and analyze yourself. It is a self exercise. You have to analyze yourself. Then what was expected from you? As a family, what was the family's expectation to you, and how you behaved, how you performed, and what you need to do to conform with that kind of thing. By doing so, I'm not saying every time it will happen. By doing so, if you changed your pattern or personality, the way you do and act and operate, and if you change that, then that also needs healing, because that is also become one of the obstacle to express yourself fully now. So that also needs to be healing. And then of course the third part is the social or cultural belief system. So there you need to find out what are the situations in your life you faced where you wanted to be fit in to some place, but you could not. Then you have to change yourself to be fit in into that, to be acceptable to do that. So what are the type of things you're doing that? If you done it happily, then doesn't matter. That will not change your energy patterns. But if you fit in, just okay, maybe I told few lies to be fitting into that. So what's wrong with that? Everybody does it. And if that is the case, but inner side, all of us, we have an instrument inside. Inside, if we didn't feel comfortable, we did it, but we didn't feel comfortable. So it is like cheating in exam. So maybe you say everybody cheats in the exam. What's wrong if I do it? If you have done it, but did you feel inside that you have this is no, this is not. I should not be doing it. Whatever I know, I will write. If I don't get marks, it's okay. So you see, whatever you go through those situations in life and revisit them, wherever you felt uncomfortable, you had to do it, but you felt uncomfortable. So you find it out that those things. And just for my example, see, one point of time I have to, the animal sacrifice. You give that the goat has been sacrificed to in Kalighat temple. So one time it happened, I had to offer some goat to this thing, Ma Kali. And but inside I was not comfortable. I had to do it because of whatever be the reason. That's a different story. But I was not at all comfortable in doing sacrificing it. But I have still did it. In my name, some goat has been sacrificed. Later on, I come to know it's from past life thing and all this kind of stuff. But those are the issues which we are still is if it is there in your system, that will still be coming to effect, and it will not allow you to go into that kind of guilt or shame, will not allow you to expand your energetically further. So we visit them, so but to get completely healed. Once you identify them, then you have to learn how to let go. You have to release. That is the second thing, you have to let go. And there are a lot of ways you have to go and release them. So you can do it by what is called, you raising your vibration through mantras and other things, some rituals and all those things. And then you say, surrender yourself, I offer all those things. I release those beliefs so that I can live wholeheartedly. You tell the affirmations into that, and this kind of mantra can also release the healing affirmations or mantra or both, whatever it is, that is quite possible. And then into this next part will be that get back to your power. Get back to your power means all your chakras need to be aligned. They should be energized, and they have to be run in the full operation. The whole thing, your energetic system, had to be re-energized, empowered, and to run into the full thing. So that is how you will get back to the power and your spiritual path, whatever you select, and that will help you to bring back all those things. The spiritual practice like meditation and other kriya and other things, what you do, that will help you to come back to your own power, your own personal power. Okay, so that will help you to do that. So first thing is identify. Next thing is let go. Third thing is get back to your own power. Some is let go the old stuff, all kachra safai, and then you put back what you are needed, the originality. And the last part is now you take a leap with this purity. You have to take a further, that energizing all those things so that you get the maximum out of it. And in this part will be completely spiritual, to go further into that, to tune in to the higher energetic things. So what is the purpose? The purpose is to bring your life to that full attunement with your soul's purpose. So what is the soul's purpose? Very quickly, soul's purpose is to to be the light yourself. No need to depend on anything or anyone. You be the light. You have all the power. Only thing, it should be allowed. You have to clean all those surfaces so that your light can glow and express itself. And what you do, you will be the co-creator of all your life. Like, you are the creation yourself. You are the creation of the creator, and your life will be the co-creation of further whatever you see. So it will be basically the celebration of life. What you create through that energy, through that thing, and you manifest in your life, and you create uh, whatever you like to create in your life, and that is how you will experience your life. This purpose will be served. So, and in this purpose will be whatever comes in your life, you have to accept it without any judgment, without any kind of ifs and buts. Any kind of surprises it comes, you have to accept it. Full acceptance of what it is the way to express yourself in your life, because then it will go forever. Like, if something is not comfortable, but if you accept it, then the purpose of that part of your life is served. It will go from your life because you accepted it. There is no further thing to learn, no further thing to grow from there. So you accepted it, the matter is over, and that will go by itself. It will, like a flow of that water, it will go up. It will go down the line, but no longer it will be stagnant and it will bother you anymore. So allow that flow to happen, allow the flow of life to happen, and then it will express itself. You will be able to express the purpose of life is expressing and manifesting your true soul essence in the world, and following what your soul planned in this life. Then if you are tuned with this, your higher self, and tuned with this energy, and then your soul's plan will be play out. And that is why it is called, everything will happen by itself. You have to simply float. Suppose in a river, you have to simply float. The river will take you wherever you need to be. Don't fight, because fighting means you are not going with the flow. You're trying to go somewhere here and there. You think it is better, and then you have to face all the struggle. If you go the opposite side of the river, you have to maximum struggle. You will not progress anything. You will be exhausted. You will be tired in trying to swim the upstream of that river. So that is not, again, it is against the flow, against the plan of your soul. So that will not give you any results. That is the thing. Now, I will, before I end, I will go in the technique. Now, a spiritual technique, how to empower yourself to attain that kind of energy and things like that. So these things, this technique, whatever I'm going to say now, it's a twofold. It will, if anything you have which is still negative, still, what is called confined, it will release it, and then you will be exposed to the high level of energy, which will be, you will be invoking, and then you operate from the higher level of energy. That is the technique of that is like technique is called sun meditation. Okay, you have to, early in the morning, you have to face towards the sun, and your third eye should be pointing towards the sun. So whoever has visited the workshop with me in Konark, I have done that, the sun meditation there. Those of you who have been with me in the Puri camp and Konark visit, it was done there. Anyway, and also during Karmakshal and Kriya also I normally do it. Do it means guide them. But anyway, so the purpose is you connect with the sun, and then you invoke that power of the sun through your third eye and pass through all your chakras. And that chakra will eliminate this, all this, it energizes all the chakra. If some of them is misaligned or anything is, not properly aligned because of whatsoever be the reason, childhood conditioning and masking and whatever. So they cannot stay there with this power, this cosmic power of the sun you are invoking through your third eye into your all energy system. So if you do that, and your normal eye will be closed, your third eye will be towards the sun, And through that, your intention will be to invoke that energy. Intention only. You need not to move or do anything. Well, this power will be invoked, and that power, if you do it in a certain time, maybe a few times in a month or so, that will energize your system completely. We use the same technique to get our protection from COVID. Those of you have undergone the ritual what Babaji has sent, that is to Vajrakaya Samap thing that will be doing there. Yeah, so similar technique. All right, so this is the technique, sun yoga. So that you have to sun meditation. Sorry, sun meditation that will ultimately do that healing. So with this, I complete my session. Question answer will have, I'll send another link. You please join there. Any question you are free to ask there, and then I will post that in the group, and so that you can join there properly. With this, I'll conclude this session. So God bless you, and all the best. All right. So I think most of the participants already joined. So Chaitali, you raised your hand first, and then I will come to Kavita. Chaitali, go
Yeah,
ahead.
eh, yes, Guruji. I have a one small question. For sun meditation, we have to energize our chakra from Shahasra to Muladhara or Muladhara to Shahasra?
Always it should be Muladhar to Shastra.
Shahasra. Okay. And one more thing I want to ask Guruji, for Guru Purnima, the water energization, my husband doesn't even reach home by that time sometimes. So I
Uh-huh.
can, he will do it. I can keep the water behalf of him.
Yeah, you can. You can keep the water and you tell the name when the process will start. First, you do it yourself, and then
Yeah.
you have to tell the name of your husband, and I will charge the water with Babaji's energy. Whenever he comes, he can drink it.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. God bless. Yes, Kavita.
थैंक यू सर सर ये हम लोग जब सन के एनर्जी को इन्वोक करते हैं तो वो कैसे इन्वोक करना होगा और हम लोग को क्या बोलना होगा उस वक्त टू अलाइन अवर चक्रास
जब इन्वोक करते हैं तो व्हाट इज दैट योर अफर्मेशंस.
या हाउ टू इन्वोक एंड व्हाट वी शुड से टू अलाइन अवर चक्रास
No, align with chakra will be done by the kriya.
ओके
Okay, but your affirmations will be that I release those beliefs so that I can live wholeheartedly. I release all those beliefs and so that I can live wholeheartedly, so that my heart can operate at the full capacity. All my chakras can operate at the full capacity. Okay. So I release if any belief system, if there is any, no need to go into analyze what is there and not there. So any belief system which is not allowing my chakra system to operate me wholeheartedly, so in this life, then I release them. Okay. So
एंड सर
yeah, that is
यस
affirmation you need to.
एंड सर you said that we should go with the flow uh, how to accept and go with the flow. Can you give
Yeah,
some
witnessing.
example, real life
Witnessing.
example?
Stop reacting. You have to witness. You witness. If you see your life flow is there, if you can witness them, not be the victim. You you witness and separate it from what is happening, the drama, what is happening outside you. First thing is to witness it, and then whatever you comes, you are not creating any obstacle and hindering and all those things. You are allowing it the full acceptance of what it is. Okay, and when you allow that to what it is, then from inside, whatever you need to do will automatically come. That is called response. So don't give a reaction, because the reaction, whenever we give reaction, it always comes from our mind or ego. That's why most of our reactions are finally become painful. Either we have to lead towards anger and we just go to some confrontation or whatever it is. It may not be necessary. Hmm. So try to get away from the drama. Okay, drama is a core characteristics of the ego. If you are interested to more into the drama, or you have to find somebody that person is wrong and this is right and this is the thing, then you are completely under fold of your ego, and there the problem starts, because naturally then once you say or do something with your ego, then other ego will respond accordingly, or their reaction will be through ego. Then the tussle between the ego will start. So best thing is to do is that you take your own power, you control yourself, the reaction, witness it, and then power will automatically come. Two things where I should say here, it will be good for you to everybody to just try to follow that. That most of the thing we dragged into the situation thinking that it is my duty, your duty to make the things right. Uh, So just learn that you have no duty to make the things right in this earth. Everything is happening for its own purpose. Or if somebody is doing wrong, it is his or her karma will be built. Not you are not there to be judge and jury to correct things. What you can do, you have to whatever power you have to correct yourself. You have to do a better version, work on yourself, do a better version of you. That is the thing, that is the only thing you should be doing. You're not here to do the things in the name of doing the things correct or doing the things this. They people do the mistakes. And why I'm saying that not to do the right thing? Because the basis of the right thing, whatever you think, it is not coming from your spiritual truth. It is coming from your mind. Okay,
ego.
as it is coming from your mind, it is a version. It cannot be truth. So whatever you think it is the right thing to do, it may not be, and that's why that we will be face the consequence of that. So it is not your duty to do it. You do whatever you can without, disturbing the things or without harming anything or anyone. That is the thing you have to follow. That's all. Rest of the things in the name of your duty, name of the making things right, right thing to do, etc. There we got misguided, take some action, which will become a problematic later on for ourselves as well as for our spiritual journey. Okay,
Sir, sometimes we react automatically. So in
that you
that
need
case,
otherwise you
can
have to
we
face
witness it
consequences.
afterwards without any judgment?
Now, if you have to go into the reaction mode, that you have to learn how to control it. That is a sadhana. That is a
Then,
meditation
sir,
we do
what
so that
is
we,
self-reflection? How it is related?
sorry.
Sir, what is self-reflection then?
Self-reflection is that you are analyzing that what you have said, what you have done, you revisit them, and then you see where it, wherever is there, it is coming from your ego or it is actually your soul's purpose you are supposed to do here.
Very deep subject, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. Any other question? Aditi? Okay, I have to admit, sorry. Okay, you have any other question?
Sir, may I ask one more thing?
Yes.
Sir, while doing self-reflection, we are also doing witnessing also. Isn't it the same?
Yeah, it is same. Just do it. It's as long as you get the like it is seeing in the mirror. So if you can see yourself, that means it is doing its job. That is a reflection. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else has any question? All right. So if there is no further question, then we'll go into our Kriya and meditation. So